Hi there, Sophia here from CoachSophiaFitness.com, and today I want to share with you 5 stretches that will target the piriformis muscle and help you release tension from your hips. I know that I haven't shared any piriformis or hip specific stretches in a long time, and I highly recommend that you don't get into that cycle of stretching to just get that short-term relief, because it doesn't really fix the root cause of the pain. Stretching is an amazing tool to help you get to your goal faster, but it shouldn't be used alone to try to fix the pain. So I highly recommend that you first do the assessment videos and you figure out what is causing the piriformis or the hips to tighten up, and then you could use stretching as part of your recovery, as part of your corrective exercise plan, but not alone just to get that quick relief. So if you've had any bad flare-ups or pain right after certain stretches, hopefully these won't do that, because I carefully selected them so that you're able to stretch out the glute muscles without triggering pain. Make sure before you do the stretches that you grab the foam roller and then you foam roll your quads, foam roll the TFL as well, and then also grab the massage ball and do some self-massage against the wall to help massage your glutes as well. It's just good practice. It helps release any trigger points before you stretch the muscles, because stretching won't release trigger points. It will just elongate and stretch out the muscle fibers. You need to use foam rolling, deep tissue, self-massage to release the trigger points. So this stretch is really great because it will target the piriformis and the hamstring muscles as well as the glutes. So it's a very gentle stretch. So what you're going to do is you're just going to sit down, you're going to extend your legs, try to keep your back straight, of course don't round your back. So keep one leg extended. So you are going to bring your knee towards your chest, keep your back straight. You can keep your calves away from you, like you don't want it to be perfectly horizontal. Your foot will be further away, but your knee will be closer to your chest. Of course, make sure the back is straight. The moment you start rounding your back, you lose the stretch, so keep your back straight. So you're gonna lie down, extend your legs. So you're gonna bend your knee, and then you're gonna place your foot on, you're gonna rest it on the other leg, and just bend your knee and then rest your leg on, for example, if you lifted the left leg, rest it on your right leg. Even doing this stretch is really good to stay here, to open up your hips. If you have any hip tightness, even this stretch can be enough. And then if you want to take it to the next step, you are going to bend this knee. Make sure as you do this to keep your core engaged, so that as you're lifting your leg up, you're not overarching your back here. Like if you do this, don't create an arch. To keep your core engaged as you're lifting this leg up, and then grab your leg. And then what you can do here is you can use the left arm to push against your left leg. So again, bring your leg up, rest it on the other leg. Stay here if you want to release your hip flexors. Bend the left leg. Grab. And then you can use your arm to push the knee out. The next stretch is very simple. It's more of like a mobility stretch. We're going to be doing hip rotations on the ground. And this is a really nice mobility stretch to warm up your hips as well as stretch out the piriformis, but it's very gentle movement. You can do this if you're in pain and you really just want to move your hips, but you can't really do too much. Your knees bent, open up your legs a little bit, have your arms on the side, and from here you're just gonna rotate your legs inwards and a little bit out. So you don't have to like force your knee in too much, just a little bit in, and then focus on the middle of the movement, the middle part of the movement. This just helps, you know, keep the joints mobile, and also it stretches out even the TFL and the piriformis. Alright, the next stretch is actually going to be targeting the TFL, and the reason I really like to work on the TFL a little bit is because a tight TFL can also radiate the pain to the back, and when it's very tight it just drives the hips out of balance, and most people, they just neglect this muscle because it's just the location, it's really hard to target, they don't really know how to get into the TFL. But I do have a step-by-step foam rolling tutorial that I will also link for you. Sometimes just working on this muscle will help you get relief from piriformis syndrome or piriformis pain. So I don't want you to like neglect other areas that may need work. So I'm gonna get on the floor, have one leg on top of the other, align your body so it's just one straight line. We're gonna place the right leg to the front. Make sure your foot is straight. Make sure also that your knee is straight so that you're not doing this. You're not dropping your knee. You're going to push against your arms to lift your body up. You're going to feel a very nice stretch on this area here all the way to the TFL. This is also going to help you release the lower back muscles, the deep lower back muscles such as the erector spinae. So when you're pushing up, make sure that you also stretch out your legs all the way to your toes. Make sure to extend them so that you could feel the stretch all the way down your leg. And we are going to do the other side. And stretch out. You may notice that one side is tighter than the other. I just noticed that my left side is actually, I felt the stretch more than the right side. So the last stretch I want to show you is really great for releasing the hip flexors. Really nice stretch for the quads, which have big hip flexors. And most of the time, just working on the hip flexors and the TFL is more than enough to get relief from piriformis pain. Only use 1 to 2 piriformis stretches, keep it very gentle. Focus more on the TFL and the hip flexors because these muscles, they tighten up, they're designed to become very tight and overactive, and that drives the hips out of balance because we don't really work on strengthening the glutes like we should be, especially with our lifestyle. We spend the majority of the day sitting, so just there, you know, you're working, for example, 8 hours with your hip flexors flexed, meanwhile the glutes are lengthened. So it's never really enough, and we have to put more effort into activating and keeping that balance. So I hope that you give these stretches a try. I mean, I really feel great right now just by doing them. I have to confess that I don't do a lot of stretching, and when I do feel great. I just love to just work with my foam roller because it's just what's been working for me. But I definitely include some stretching once or twice a week. I do also train a lot, so my legs tend to be tight just because I train legs and glutes twice a week at the gym, and it includes some heavy lifting. I will have the detailed blog post of all the stretches, and also don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.